I'm Shawna. I'm a co-founder and still a primary developer for a web agency called Dodgy Code. I've been in development for almost 10 years now. Started my own agency sometime during the pandemic with a fellow developer as well, and just been doing conference talks and building websites ever since. This year, I'm going to be talking about developer communications. Developers, by default, tend to not really enjoy being on a lot of, stand-ups, a lot of meeting time. It tends to cut into our ability to flow with what we're working on. It interrupts our thinking pattern, and it's a very different skill set doing code versus like a communications meeting. I really wanted to go over some of the ways we can communicate without having to break that flow, like tools we're already in, things we're already doing in our code that we can just pay a little bit more attention to and then cut down on the need to stop what we're doing. I started out my career as a junior developer. So, bottom entry level, doing the maintenance tasks, and communication even back then was a bit choppy and there was just so much room for improvement. Like handing down code, like I'd have to be chasing after people who wrote the code like 15 years ago, and it was like, okay, well, what does this do? And combing through those git commit messages to be like, what's been going on with this project in the past week or the past year? And really, this has just become a topic that's a bit close to my heart because it's really hits the core foundation of your development team, and it really impacts their ability to succeed. Honestly, I mean, you can take it from the altruistic angle. Like, we all want to be part of the team. We want to make it easier for our teammates. But if you're not that person, it's okay. I've got you too. This is going to make your life easier. You don't have to have your PM up in your DMs all day trying to get status updates. You won't have other developers asking you questions about your code. So whether you're like in it for like the team good vibes or if you're in it just for less headaches, we got you. But if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, Boromir is kind of our metaphor for this talk. So Boromir struggles a little bit with being a team player, and I'm not saying all devs struggle with this, but like he's the odd man out. And sometimes on a production team, developers can feel like the odd man out, where we have a slightly different agenda and a slightly different goal than the rest of the team. We're all trying to produce a good product, but we're in a little bit different branch of that. So amongst the developers, we have a different communication style, and sometimes we can silo a bit, and we just need some ideas for how to break out of that and kind of accomplish our goals without getting in each other's way, especially if you're on a team that has multiple developers, when it's not just you and your code and that's it. Like when you have to work with multiple people working on the same code, this is where becoming a fellowship amongst yourselves in addition to the whole team is really vital.